Greetings everybody and welcome back to Daddy DeGrand, the Granddaddy Plays Pyre. Let's jump straight back into the campaign and see where it will take us this time around. Read the 8th decree, the rights a test of one's true worth in body, mind and spirit. My god, the loading time is too fast there. Well, I think I have seen almost everything in here. No. The lone minstrel has something on his mind. Let's see what it is. Greetings, reader. It is good that you are here, for there is something that I wish to tell you privately. Do you have a moment? I shall not keep you long, though I know your time is precious. I think I've heard that one before I stopped last time, but I'll hear it again. You bid him to continue and make clear your interest in whatever he has to say. Very well, and thank you for your time. And I should further note, matters that pertain directly to the rights I must reveal to you alone, for thus I am obliged. In any case, you confronted the Withdrawn, at which Utmild, you might recall, she tended to invoke a certain name. Let's see, led by the Crone Witch Utmild, a triumvirate of bog dwellers. We have faced them in the last episode, and barely won, by the way. She is an ancient witch with an unhealthy obsession for... I was told how her name is supposed to be spelled, and I actually forgot that before I went into this episode. Let's go back to... Islach? Is that what I was calling her? Islach? Weislach? Islach? Something like that. Let's go with Islach. That rolls off the tongue nicely. Islach the Astralborn. I hesitate to say it even now. You will be forgiven if you took the ravings of Utmild for mere nonsense. However, her words, as it turns out, ring with a certain truth. Yeah, we have that. Before the union with the 8 scribes, when they first found themselves here in the downside, this land was even less hospitable. It can't even be believed. Yeah, I've heard that a little before. Centuries of oral tradition have shaped the history of the 8 scribes into myth and legend. I mean, this place is basically a desolated place, a prison of sorts. Who knows, maybe they have been imprisoned here as well. It was ruled over by the Greater Titans. The one called Islach was the eldest and most fearsome of the lot. The scribes together slew them one by one and through this forged their bonds. Colossal monster that once roamed the downside. Just the same, the scribes managed to defeat it. They later used Islach's own hide and ichor to bind the Book of Rights. I think I actually overread that last time. Even in death, the Astralborn yet feeds upon our world, unsated by its own. However, Islach did not truly die, for by some accounts it seems to be incapable of death. The creature is regenerating even now, though very, very slowly. Its vow is to devour its land and everything in it. Only then can it return onto whatever plane that banished it to ours. So in a way, it is an exile just like you. If ever should the creature be reborn, it shall be many ages hence. Thus, the ravings of Utmild are more or less inconsequential for a while. Yet the history of Islach is inexorably linked to the rights and therefore must be known. I trust your research of the book shall let you to discover more in time. Now there's all some reassurance, and now I'll leave you to some more immediate concerns. I shall go check to see how everyone is faring at this time. So yeah, I am pretty sure we were at the last time already, and I think I already said there that that sounds very reminiscent of the story of the Greek gods to me, and how they slayed the Titans. Off we go to Big Bertrudus. I think we get some way to travel the sea there, right? Yeah. Someone here can help me pursue the stars across the sea, so let's go meet that person. And hope that I won't get any more hope drops in here. This is the place. Let us go see my client's companion as soon as you're ready. I was also actually kind of expecting Ron to be here, but apparently that wasn't right. Nothing else to be seen here, so let's go seek Big Bertrude. Big Bertrudus is a sickly gathering of bog dwellers who stay within shadows, yet you can feel their eyes souring everything. The lone minstrel steps forward. I hope these guys are a bit nicer than the Withdrawn we met earlier. Sandalwood Sanders. Anything interesting in here? No. Those words are enough to make the bog dwellers snap to attention. They emerge from their mud and dark and begin inspecting your black ring with their strange tools. Oh my god, they look like very, very scary looking Medusa heads. One of the bog dwellers slithers forth. She is larger than the rest and leaves no doubt that she commands the others. Those speakers the name Sandalwood. We would know his whereabouts. Reveal it to us. Good day to you, Big Bertrude. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, for Sandalwood always spoke highly of you and your handiwork. She is a bog dweller, once feared and respected in the Commonwealth for her sorceress work. Okay. Eat it, Diddy. In turn we know who thou must be. Yet thou speakest of the past, Sandalwood. Doth he yet live? Speak plain and quickly. I wish you would speak him. I mean, all of your though and thuses, I don't know. To be quite frank with you, madam, I do not know for certain, for I have been apart from him for some time, carrying out his will. Though I have every faith that Sandalwood lives. As for his current whereabouts, I understand that he awaits us somewhere near Wakingwood, beyond the waters. A labyrinth of a forest on the western half of Black Basin. Few know their way around in it. The path of the sacred Mount Elodiel lies far beyond these suffocating woods. We wish to seek him there, though as you can see, our wagon is ill-suited for the task. The one called Bertrude frowns at this, studying the lone minstrel at a while. See you casting some spells there? Indeed, then leave us, return at dawn, that is all. By your grace, Big Bertrude. The minstrel turns away, but Hadwin stops him. Hold on, are you sure about this? Leaving the wagon in their care? All should be in accordance with my client's plan. I mean, I can understand Hadwin. I mean, basically, we have been tied to the wagon for the entire game thus far. You keep calling Sandalwood your client. He must reward you well. Ah, in a matter of speaking, he helped me find a sense of purpose I thought lost. Hadwin nods at this, then turns to me. Well, friend, I guess we'll see what happens, right? I'm off to let the others know. You find yourself with time for your vacations, while the bog dwellers go about their business. Ways in which you can make yourself useful during occasional moments of free time. Oh yeah, we had those. Let's see. Forage for resources. Search the surrounding area for valuables to add to your Black Wagon's stash of goods. Hold my skills as a reader to grant a small global bonuses during the rides. I think they were only temporary, right? Mentor a companion. Teach your fellow exiles of the old ways to raise their individual rank in the rites more quickly. I'd go do that. And I can only mentor one at a time, was it right? I kinda wanna mentor her again, but I already did that. I don't use her frequently enough. I feel like he has been my basically most used, most trusted companion thus far. I really like Tizo a lot, but I have trouble getting good use out of his right click, out of his banish ability. But I already went into this position here, right? So maybe... let's go with Tizo. Let's go. Squeak! Tizo would be pleased to go over the finer points of the rides with me. You sit down with Tizo to go over some of these subtler aspects of the rites, such as the state of banishment and how to return from it. You sense he is beginning to understand. Oh, that's something I hope he is understanding. Harakiri. Tizo just had a flash of inspiration about his role in the rites and as part of the Nightwings. That's exactly what I wanted. Yeah, I want this one. That's for sure. Let's take it and hope that we'll get some good use out of that. Squeak Rock! Tizo's letting what you said of banishment sink in. Very nice indeed. I think that's a very good thing to get for the next ride. Alright, that was good. That was a very, very useful use of my time. The Lone Minstrel finds me exactly early the next day. I got my reading skills today. Reader, it is ready. Please come have a look. The others are already there. Let's step inside. Looks a bit different, or is it just me? The Black Wagon appears different for now than it did even the day before. The hull is fully sealed and reinforced, and all manner of nautical equipment adorns the port side. Wow. You people seeing this? I'm gonna have a look around. The wagon should be fit for a sea voyage. Let us depart at your earliest convenience. What about Big Bertrude? She then appears as if on cue. Tell that Sandalwood he owes us twice over. If I may, Big Bertrude, you could tell him yourself you wish to accompany us in our voyage north. I agree to welcome someone of your vast experience. Dare thee make flirtations upon us? No, enough. But should you see Sandalwood, tell him that also to come and visit us again. Now, be gone from here and tell no one that we were paid in favors. She slithers off from without another word. Soon the Lone Minstrel breaks the silence. We are fortunate that she assisted us. Where we should go, just as she said, I know the navigational controls and shall explain. This is so exciting! I don't know how to swim! Oh, that's probably troublesome. Tiso seems to share base enthusiasm for heading out to sea. I mean, at least you can fly, so I am hopefully not too worried about you. I am beginning to feel ill already. Not a person of the sea apparently yourself, huh? My Black Wagon became seaworthy. The Sea of Solace awaits. Actually, can I go into the thing? I want to check that out first. Let me check it out again, please. Okay, sure. Let's go to the Wyrm Gulf. Before she left, Big Bertrude shared knowledge of a current that should draw you out to sea. That's neat. Let's find out if that current will be useful for our continued endeavor here. Into this... Oh my god, it actually turned into a boat. That's amazing. This looks like a lot of ships have gone adrift here. You and your companions watch the... My god, words today. They watch the sea as your wagon rolls over the gentle waves. We have crossed into Wyrm Gulf. I hope that all of you are acclimating well. The tempestuous seas of Solace lies beyond this death-still body of water. Exiled worms from the Sea Dominion naturally congregate around here. That sounds scary. Worms are scary. There is no acclimating to these worm-infested waters. We risk everything to sail here. And I agree. Exiled worms of the Sea Dominion tend to seek out the cold of the downside seas. Known for being reckless and single-minded, they were perfectly suited to fill the Commonwealth front lines. As long as we follow the cold current Big Bertrude indicated, we shall be safe. I sure hope. If the next ride is in the middle of the sea, how will our adversaries meet us there? They shall find their way as we find ours. It is all part of the scribe's design. Now, reader, please confirm the next point on our sea journey. We seek the Hulk of Ores. According to the stars, the next ride shall soon commence here. A carcass of the doomed exploring vessel Dazraban, lost in the waters of the downside. Outer Solace. I think I see no other options here. Bertrude's instructions are to navigate the maze of moss in a curving route bearing northeast. I like how that ship can actually jump in the water. That's pretty neat. Might be coming useful in avoiding worms, for example. I'm actually looking forward to finding out how they look in this game. The wagon continues rolling gently across the waves, which seems to you a welcome change of pace after having come from flagging hands not very long ago. Yeah, absolute. Absolutely. However, your Dario seems more concerned now than before and paces ceaselessly. When she notices Rookie, she stops him for some questioning. Greentail, how is he doing? Who, Hedwin? Oh, he's pretty much the same. Been up all night, wedging into the waters if I had to guess. His first time out of sea? His first. She turns to me. Reader, please check on Hedwin when you have the opportunity. He requires our support and we require his swift recovery. You wish them a good afternoon as you go check up on the others in the group. Oh yeah, he looks sick, I can tell. Your face not looking good, mate. Later you find Hedwin looking out of sorts. Oh, hello my friend, it's just... the sea hasn't been good for me, I guess. It's funny, all this trouble just to get back to the Commonwealth of all places. Hey, tell me something. What do you miss the most about that place? I mean, I never have been there, so there is hardly anything to miss, you know? He wants to know what I miss about my past life. Oh yeah, the food. The food, that's for sure. My mouth waters at the thought of it at last compared with what passes for sustenance here. Did I have friends there? My life was almost always difficult, but several of your long-time confidants did help you to go get by. And I had a book collection. Sure, it was highly illegal, though just the same, you miss having had access to those volumes. You have made conscious efforts to discard most of your memories of living in the Commonwealth. I mean, that would probably be the most accurate, but let's go with the food. You confess to him that you miss the Commonwealth cuisine. Not that you often got to eat your fill or if anything. I mean, it's probably a pretty harsh thing to talk to him about food right now, right? The food! That's a surprise. I always thought the food was terrible. Ha! I thought you're not offended, you just... I think maybe you haven't tried real food. One day, if we luck out and find ourselves decent ingredients, I cook something for you, okay? I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, I'll be fine, I think. Thank you for checking up on me. You sense he wishes to be alone. There's not much to be done for him for now. It appears Hedwin is too ill to conduct the next ride. May he soon get well. I'm sorry for the interruption, reader. Please again confirm the next point on your voyage. Sea of Solace, huh? You have not been to this region on the downside. According to Bertrude, the celestial landmark you seek is beyond this strait. Oh, that's a very pleasant view. This is a very pleasant place to be. I could stand to be in here for a while. By the scribes, the sea, I didn't know it was so beautiful. Having escaped the waters of Wyrm Gulf, you now can see what must be the hulk of oars, far on the horizon. Not everyone has taken well a sea voyage, however. Oh no, not you, Tizo. Tizo's wondering if Hedwin is feeling bad. Okay, that's fine. He requires further rest, Tizo. All we can do is to wish him a swift recovery. Reader, sir, from this point our voyage must diverge from Bertrude's instructions. Please consult with your companions about which course to take. Okay, we have two options. And I still can't get into the wagon here, right? No. Hulk of oars, it's the aim. Tizo wants to fish for something tasty here. The sea current towards the hulk of oars teems with fish and other sea life, and Bay believes that the 8th scribe shall bless me here. Let's go with the blessing then. Let's go with the blessing and hope for the best. Hopefully it's something permanently. You find Bay gazing down into the depths. The water is very beautiful, and yet it's very dangerous. They all said it's very dangerous if you fall in or drink enough of it. But the scribes, they have protected us, and they are watching, I just know. Even out here in the waters of Under King Oars, my mistake, they urge us on, I feel it, I just know. 7 of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Preserving, of the preserving. Or the sea sojourner. I don't know if I know what preserving... Oh, persevering! I actually use that word so rarely, I absolutely forgot that it exists. The legendary leader of the Wyrms, undersea crusade, sought to reach the edge of the abyss. There is no denying that the North Current sends you quickly on your way. Perhaps it is the thought of reaching land again, but you can sense a spring in everybody's step. Oh, that's nice. More quickness for everyone, that's very good. Feel like quickness has been one of my most used, most influential stats overall. There we are, at least you arrive at the Hulk of Oars after journeying across the sea. It seems the next ride is to commence here soon, though there is no sign of your next adversaries yet. And there is Ron's Slug Market. Let's check it out. Oh, hey you guys. Funny running into you out here, right into the middle of the drink. Know what I mean? Not a lot of customers today, so have a look. I'll give you a good deal. Let's actually interact himself so that he can be himself. New items in here. When hour casting, raises the beer's maximum range by 8%. That's not all that much. I do take this one because it's very cheap. And what is this? Extra hope. Can't even afford it, sadly. Can't afford anything else in here except for this one, so let's keep it like that. Yeah, let's keep it like that. Let's go back. See you guys again sometime soon, maybe, okay? Because I gotta say, you are my favorite customers I had all week. I don't think he had all that many customers this week. She wants to talk to me, huh? And there's a nautical bell. Okay, so Hadron is out for this one. He's feeling unwell, feeling the mode. I think I will go with Rookie again. I won't tease again because I just got something new for him, you know? And probably gonna go with her too. She has a bit more quickness. He has his very own special thing. Do I have something else I could use here? What do you have? Oh yeah, I want to keep that around because that's actually kind of nice. It's just extra money. And you have... Actually, I think I'm going to use that for... For whom, though? Maybe you, because you are fairly click all by yourself. Let's go with that, and you keep that around. Maybe I'll give you some quickness. Nah, that's fine. Let's see how that's going. Let's talk to you. She seems to have something on her mind. Reader, a moment of your time. You ask what is on her mind. Hadron. He is beginning to recover from his illness, however, its sudden onset serves as a reminder, I believe. I have known Hadron since he was a child. Even now I hesitate to say that he has grown. Nevertheless, there are such things that even I would never say to him directly. For instance, I struggle with his confidence at times. Whether he leads us to our freedom or our doom, I am ambivalent. Speak not a word of this to him, of course, in case that is unclear. I shall tell him in my own way, if and when the time requires. In any case, when times remind me of his mortal weaknesses, I end up having to consider what should happen should we become separated permanently. I don't hope that happens anytime soon. She trails off for a while. What I mean to say is, you should know that I am fully pledged now to this quest of ours, whether Hadron is the one to lead us to its end or not. I have my reasons, one of them is him. I expect the same holds true for you. That is all I wish to say. Take care, reader. She nods and brushes past you towards the door. She is a sweetheart in her very own way. I can actually tick off against this. Very neat. The silver cudgelhead, a limbless, cold-blooded creature rescued from the sea. It is fully grown and has led a rich life. A keepsake from Worm Gulf. Maybe something happens if I just tick it off long enough. Or not. Bay Scribe, Catcher, the bundle of sticks Bay insisted on hanging in the rafters. Nothing new about that. I was actually able to put that off. This as well. Yeah. Nice. Nothing else to be seen. Let's check out the nautical bell. Among the Black Dragon's seafaring equipment, Headwind uses it to signal when food is ready. Oh, you just keep right on ringing that bell, chum. Keep at it. Ruki seems to be taking issue with your frivolous use of the nautical bell. After all, there's no sign of a nautical emergency, nor a prepared meal. Oh, I know it's not mealtime, it's fine. I'm starting to really enjoy the constant ringing sound, though know that it doesn't mean anything to me or anyone anymore. Besides, ringing that bell, it's probably some pretty good exercise, right? And it's good training for my ears too. You know, we curs have ultra-sensitive hearing, don't you? Well, not anymore, I don't. Anyway, thanks, I mean that. He storms off. He shall never forgive me for abusing the nautical bell. Oh no. Oh, that's... Oh, I can even click this one, that's nice. Oh, Ruki, don't be like that. Ruki appears laughing heartily. He was only joking. Probably. That was amazing. What's this down here? I don't know what it is. Hiding behind the drive imp. You call upon me for some purpose, my reader. That I do, girl. Oh, I can actually ask what is on her mind. I'm actually going to do a practice ride because I changed my controls around and I want to give them a test ride before I go into the next ride. She's bound to the Biona Questel. She may appreciate having someone to talk to. There's an undulation I have sensed, reader, which means I think that your Black Dragon sails the seas. Am I not right? You are very right, girl. Of course you are right. She laughs at this, or at herself, perhaps. I scarce remember the sea. It has been a little while since I bathed in it, you understand? My memories of it are wistful, nonetheless. Although, if I remember correctly, the Sea of Solace is disgusting mockery of the Emerald Seers near the Empire. The Empire of Sar dominated the known world for millennia, till the doomed reign of Solium Mur. Never shall we make the wicked errors of our predecessors, the Archjustice Androbles IV. Do be careful out there, will you? Now, let me cease my prattling, lest I extend my sentence by another such eternity or two. We had best stick to business. Okay, let's do the practice run in here. You express your interest in the practice rides. It seems to be a way to practice conducting the rides without all of the pressures of the real thing. Certainly, reader, that is why I'm here. See you in that blasted book in just a moment. My Beyonders shall be waiting. Let's jump right in. The glory attributes affects how much damage exiles can inflict to the adversary's pyre. Okay. Simple map, very small, very neat. Fully charged pyres we have. This place, so we are back. You are sick, what are you doing here? Look there, our host approaches. Sandra appears and looks upon your fellow exiles. Welcome to the practice rides. Thanks, great to be back. Love the decor, honest. Silence, cur. You're fortunate to read us summoned you again. You could use a little discipline. Now, come forth and let us see how capable you are. In the practice rides, no enlightenment is awarded. You may train here with your fellow exiles as much as you wish. Press escape to return to the wagon at any time. That's a very interesting selection of Beyonders. And he is actually unwell, thank you. Let's go with her, let's... Actually, can I go back on that decision? I can't. Okay, that's good to know. Let's pick him and pick him. Arr. If you're ready, Nightwinds, grasp me up and we shall train with you. Alright, first of all, let me double check the settings I took. Let me show them off to you as well. So, I changed it so that I can actually move around the web with WASD. I relocated my sprint to the 1 button because I actually have that on my mouse. I have a mouse with a numlock on the side. And I have never used these, so I didn't reassign them anyway. And what else did I do? Oh yeah, passing by with right mouse button, I think that was the same. Passing with space, I think that was something else entirely before, so there's that. Saluting, gotta say, I never did that thus far at all. And jumping with 2, I think that's probably the one that's going to take a little bit used. Maybe, I kind of want to jump with space, but then I have to do a different button for passing. Oh well. You know what, let's actually do jump with space and put pass to Q. Because the Q button was actually on the side before. And you know what? Let's actually pass with E. Right mouse button. I don't think I'm going to use it all that much anyway, so let's keep it like this. Yeah, I think I will keep it like this. Good. Our cast is E. No, I want this one to remain as right mouse button. Pass, switch, Q. Yeah, okay. Let's try it out. Proceed. Escape. Go back. Okay, the reds are starting now. Press escape to exit anytime. Thanks, that's very neat. And Q switches like this. Okay. It was really just some practice for me. And with the mouse button I can actually fly like crazy. Look at him go like this. Also, actually just clicking on them also switches them around. Not sure how much I like that. Boom. Let me actually do that one close to them. Push them back, but didn't really apply any damage to them. And yeah, Tears is actually coming back very quickly now, which is very nice. That was a good jump. Feels good to have to jump on the spacebar button, by the way. Feels very, very nice. Was a good push. And yeah, she has the jump. It is going to take me a while to get used to, but I think it's overall a lot more usable. Thank you, thank you. And now we sprint. Okay, okay. Boom. You jumped. What a girl. You missed the jump though. I shouldn't have jumped there though. All my people down? That's bad. That's a good throw though. Well, I feel like I still need to fine-tune a few things in here. Good jump there, jump over here, thank you girl. Actually, what happens if I pass that on them? I kind of feel like there was at least some kind of extra that allows me to just actually throw the ball at enemies to get rid of them. You missed. I didn't. Not sure why I was trying to throw that at me. Maybe yes, actually that effect that enables that. And you stepped into it. Nice. Very good. I gotta say, the cast on the right mouse button feel amazing. And the jump on the space button as well. Let me double check some settings. Okay, let me think. That's okay. Our cast with right click is cool too. I'm not quite sure if I feel the switch on Q though. And sprint on 1 also doesn't feel all that intuitive. Let's actually put that back on shift, simply because I feel like I've gotten so used to that. And It just has to work, you know? It just has to work out for me. Outcasts, right mouse button, move to cursor. Proceed. Go back. Go back. Maybe I should just get used to the idea of not even needing the left mouse button to go to a specific cursor. I don't feel like that's a command I really need. Ah, damn. That's bad. They're all down for the count now, but Tizo's coming back now. Not quite sure what I did there. But I took care of 2 of them. And you're eating my aura like this. No, 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 no. Stay away, scum, stay away. Thank you. That's a good girl. That's a big amount of damage too. Damn. Jump over there, jump there, and nice. Very, very neat. Okay, I think I'm getting a firm grasp on this situation right now. If I put something good on my space and my left click, I think I'm pretty good. Nice. Got that. Go there, and we win the practice run. Yeah, I gotta say, moving with WASD feels a lot better than doing it with the left mouse button. Okay, let's go back to the wagon. Proceed. My fellow exiles may wish to speak with me inside the Black Wagon from time to time. I will keep that in mind. I will keep that in mind. One last check on the settings. I feel like if I'm doing this right now, I feel pretty good about the situation. Let's keep the throw and pass switch here. Yeah, I think let's keep it at that for the moment. I think we should be good. Good. Proceed. And hope that this ride is going to be pretty tame. My vision returns as the effects of the Bionic Crystal dissipate. The time seems to have stood still while I've experienced my vision. There's something I can read in here. The Emperor Solomur knew not of this, of course. His expedition yielded not the treasure he desired, but brought him closer to his country than he had ever been before. As he traveled down the river Skolorian, in pursuit of greed, he found instead an inkling of shame. He saw the sunken faces of his people, heard their words for him. In time, he could not ignore it, and it proved more than he could bear. The river finally claimed him, his belongings, and his retinue. Once the people heard, I understand, they cried with joy. Perhaps he ought to have perished, but the mercy shown to him, I think, is what transformed him. Alright, I think that's all the lore for the moment, before the next ride. Let's commence. Having landed at the Hulk of Ores, you and your fellow exiles now anticipate the hour that the rides are to commence again. What do you think, Tizo? Don't I look just like Mr. Hadwin? You actually do. Coo-hoo. Tizo's worried that Hadwin is still feeling unwell. He will be fine later on. Wait, I think... What's that? A serpentine creature emerges from the water, followed by several others of its kind. You recognize it's a Wyrm from the Sea Dominion. A vast and war-torn undersea regime, home to untold numbers of amphibious worms. Having conquered their waters, the Wyrms clambered onto the Commonwealth's shores in search of new wars. Sounds like very peaceful people to me. What they are all doing here, you see plain by their ritual wayments. The nearest one somehow loosens its mast. You look like something I've seen from an anime before. Reminds me of... what are they called? Monster Rancher, the Zutsu kind of guys. Good sirs and good ladies, so it is you that heed the summons to glorious competition against this knight and his brigade. Well then, let us do battle now without delay. More than our freedom is at stake here, but our very honor. And this knight fully intends to reclaim his. Oh, and lest this knight forget, he is called Sir Gilman. He salutes you all on behalf of the Pyre. Pyre hearts. My god, words are hard. Until the contest. He is a once proud knight of the Sea Dominion on a self-made quest to regain his honor. A triumvirate of Wyrm knights who perceive their rights as great battles to be won. He splashes out of view just as the stars above begin to shimmer with strange light. Oh, he is a very, very enthusiastic fellow now, isn't he? I actually kinda like him. When I read the description of the Wyrms, I was kinda feeling unwell, but these guys, they're cool, they're fine. Oh, I am.
Even the vastness of the sea was not enough to thwart your coming here unto the hulk of Orus.
That is true.
Not to underestimate your adversaries here, despite their pitiable look.
Pitiable? They look glorious.
Of course, referring to the Pyre hearts. These rights are but another war to them, and that makes you their mortal enemy.
Is that a big worm in the background?
Battle to be glorious.
Oh yeah, for glory, I'm all over that. This is a very interesting map layout too. Your fellow exiles are gathered on the rotting deck of the hulk of Orus as your adversaries clamber into view. Rookie paws up to them. Say, what are your Wyrms even doing here? Can you just swim back to the Commonwealth or the Sea Dominion or whatever it's you're from? He was actually saying haha. Haha! An excellent point. It seems then that these adversaries in their rights are clever, wouldn't you say, sire? Just get rid of them already, Gilman. As your commanding officer, this knight hereby commands it. Hark! This knight wishes to introduce his noble commander. No Wyrm knight in history has withstood as many frontline battles. Doff your helm, sire, as in our custom. May our adversaries tremble at the sight of you. Sir Gilman attends to his commandeer's mask despite his protests. Wait! Give this knight his mask. He looks weird. He looks a bit different than the rest. He has hair. This knight hereby presents to you the great Sir Deluge, a noble visage, is it not? He actually has a scratch on his eye, that's kinda badass. He is a pretty Wyrm knight of the Sea Dominion, who somehow survived countless battles. Sir Deluge trembles and squirms. You know what, he kinda reminds me of King from One Punch Man already. So yes, you can swim, or no? Ha! Of course we knights can swim. All knights of Sea Dominion can. But we are exiles in this land, the same as ye. We can swim, 'tis true, but it's summarily impossible to swim back the river down which we were flushed to end up here. Nay, there's but one way to return. Silence, Gilman! Nobody cares. Back to your post. His eye is popping out of his head. Sir Gilman hesitates, but does as he is told. This knight knows who you are, Knight Rings, and he is not afraid of you. He somehow climbs back into his mask and coils up to his full height. Now, on guard! The exiles of the Wyrm Triumvirate take their positions as you focus on the Book of Rites. Okay, so there are a lot of obstacles on the map. Reader Hedwin's illness means he cannot help us here. He shall be counting on us. And we will pay for that in full. Let me check out my enemies really quick, the Pyre Hearts. They have pretty okay values. I think they don't really change all that much aside from getting accessories. Where are the other ones? There. Sir Marsh, he has an effect. One of his banished allies shall instantly return. That's actually pretty powerful. That is actually very powerful, and he's super fast. Sir Marsh is ridiculously fast. And he's going to come back pretty fast as well. I have to watch out for Marsh. And there's Deluge, also pretty fast, having good hope. I have to be very careful about not getting banished by these guys. Okay, I want to take Tizo for sure. I wanted to take Rookie as well. He has no second abilities, right? No. And I kind of feel like taking her too. Yeah, I think this is going to be the play. Maybe I should put the rush button to the left mouse button. I think that would be kind of good. Ah, well. Her or Bay? Now that I'm not quite sure about. I think Bay is probably going to be the safer call here. Yeah, let's go with her. And... oh no, damn, I wanted to take... oh well, it's okay. It's okay. That is pretty fine.
It is done.
No way these Worm Knights bozos are faster than me. Gilman, status report. What is the enemy's position? They now stand ready to confront a sire. A very brave triumvirate they seem to this knight's eye. Brave? Air-sucking monsters, one and all. Pyre hearts, be ready! They have very small presences, I just noticed that. And yeah, you can tell, they are very, very fast. And he actually ran to that one. Nope. Jump, jump into the pyre. That was a great job, Bay. Can I banish you pretty quick? I cannot. Banish that one, though. No! That was good. Nice. He has so much stamina. I got it. Just need to jump in there, and that's another point. So it does. Very nice. Oh my god! He was dashing through that. Amazing. Nice. Intercepted him. Pretty nice, pretty nice, pretty nice. And that's another point thanks to Bane. Halfway through. Gilman, your form is sloppy. Fight them as though your miserable life is on the line. Your words do wound me, sir. This knight gives every right his very, very best. Though perhaps we do have much to learn from such a brave triumvirate as the one whom we now face. Whose side are you on? Get out there and vanquish them at once. Hurrah, hero. Those notes, the Pyre hearts seem to be too busy arguing to pay you any attention. Oh yeah, so it would seem.
There seems to be dissension in your adversary's ranks.
So it would seem. I gotta say, now I feel kinda bad. Okay, they are back at it now. Mooncrest. Took one of them out. He should be soon back, but not soon enough. That is a shame indeed. Fire it off again. Nice. And can I get a jump? There. The faithful drifter.
Now go on, just once more.
Yeah, just once more. With love. Oh, these gaps make me... I see now. That was simple. That was actually simple. Absolutely. This was much easier than the one before this. And I think the new setting actually helped quite a bit. The sea was making me a little queasy, honestly. But we still won, and you did amazing, Bay. Skriar! Teaser's feeling it as well. He is very pleased to have privileged against the Worm Knights of the Pyre Hearts. And those worms were quick alright, but Rookie Greentail's quicker. I think he earned that one. This knight commends you, noble Nightwings. Gloriously fought indeed, and this knight shall wistfully remember this defeat until the end of his days. So silence, Gilman! This is all your fault, and now cavorting with our enemies. How dare you! I gotta say, Sir Deluge has a big old problem when it comes to troop morale. This knight was attempting honorary compliments, sir. It is not in accordance with their rights to praise one adversary's unworthy outcome. Worthy? This knight will show you worthy, you miserable little minnow. You are a failure, Gilman. Get now from this knight's side. I mean, if you don't want him, I take Gilman without a doubt.
What stirs now in the hearts of all these exiles?
Oh yeah, I want to see what stirs them. She was amazing in this game. And so was Tizo, of course. Very nice. No level up, sadly.
Until the stars align.
Until the stars align again. Each exile can have a talisman equipped. Can be a state of an advantage. Yeah, I know that. That was a very satisfying battle to be fought. After prevailing over the Pyre Hearts with ease, you at least return to the wagon of your companions. There is a little discussion of the Pyre Hearts, who seem to have already swam off towards wherever next the stars directed them. Instead, your fellow exiles' attention turns toward your companion who was absent for the ride. Yeah, how's Hedwyn doing? How is Hedwyn? The lone minstrel makes a sound, but no words form as yet. Something is troubling him. I urge him to remain bedridden. And he simply would not listen. I am very sorry, but... Wait, what? Everyone stares at the lone minstrel in stunned silence. The lone minstrel breathes with a heavy sigh. But then... Hey, what's with the long faces, everyone? Minstrel, I should wring that neck of yours. As I was attempting to explain, Hedwyn's already up and about. Despite my having strongly recommended further rest, those that are unaccustomed to sea voyage and take ill, they are very likely to experience further symptoms if they do not remain bedridden, or at least sedentary. Hedwyn is running a considerable risk of having to spend another night in great discomfort. What are you, a doctor? Nay, although I traveled once with one, extensively. Look, I appreciate your concern and caution, Tariq, but I'm pretty well accustomed to discomfort here, and I had to see how things turned out tonight. I actually completely forgot that the minstrel is called Tariq. I haven't had to stay out of a ride like that before. So, you're back among the living then, Hedwyn. I was just seasick. Nevertheless, your full recovery requires rest. I think we all could use some rest after tonight. Anyway, thank you everyone for your concern, and I'm sorry that I worried you, or caused you further burden. He turns to me. My friend, what do you say we figure out where to go next? I'm beginning to miss being on solid ground. You followed him outside where the night sky awaits. Gotta say, I think that being on sea beats being in a fog. In a bog. Hey, I wanted to thank you for conducting the ride back there without me being there. I could rest easy knowing you and the others would get through it. And getting through we did. Anyway, I'll leave you to your reading. Can't begin to imagine where we'll be off to next. We're well past anywhere in the downside I've ever been. Even Jody hasn't gone this far. He bids you a good evening as you turn your attention back to the sky. The stars shine down upon me. Let's check them out. Give me my next destination. Triesta, the Silver Star. The Silver Star burns bright over the fissured lands of the Black Basin. Looks like a horse? Looked like a horse there to me. Still further north then. Not simply north. This shall prove difficult. What's the problem? Our destiny is beyond the deathless Tempest. A vessel such as ours has little hope of traversing it intact. I gotta say, Deathless Tempest doesn't sound as threatening as one might think. A tempest raging in the Sea of Souls, seemingly all for eternally. Oh, deathless in a way that it doesn't stop. I thought it was a place where just nobody could find us death, which would have been much less threatening. The storm that arose after the death of the sea titan unfathomed Plurns never has entirely subsided. Can't we go through it? Or around it? Given our confrontation with the Pyre hearts, our chances back in worm-held waters would be even worse. Come on, people. It'll just be another day in the downside. Go get yourself some sleep while we still can. Bet you'll feel better in the morning. Your optimism is infectious. Is it really? Because your optimistic face is also very infectious. Isn't it? It's a mustache. It's a mustache using that. You all concur that rest is in order for the sea journey has been taxing to everyone. Come daybreak, you shall have to find a way to sail past the Deathless Tempest. Whew, let's check out the Black Wagon. Actually, I'm going to check that out next episode. I just saw the save icon. And man, this episode felt like it took quite a while, but it was worth it. And guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. And yeah, have the greatest of days.